For in New Jersey, nothing stands still. Yesterday's wastelands are today's wealth. This, my friends, is
Noside.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 49, I believe, of the Noside Podcast. Now, just about at episode 50, we're knocking on the front door of halfway to 100. I am your host, Antonio Matos, joined here with my co-host, Brandon Mendoza. How you doing tonight, dude?
Hey, what's up, Antonio?
What are you doing over there?
I'm working.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the next short to come out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Pretty good. I've been doing it all off the iPhone.
Having fun with that?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I put a short out, I didn't edit it. I didn't do anything. I just took it from my phone and I posted it. And I did it on work while I was on break. And within the hour, it got like 1,000 views.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
And it's currently sitting at like 1.5 right now. So
Yo,
shorts
mama.
are pretty cool. So, yeah, I guess that's a good place to start for this podcast. Get right into our housekeeping, or our main headline for our housekeeping for this podcast. And that is our shorts, our TikTok, and our Instagram reels. So we've been trying to pump that stuff out recently. We're going to be trying to do that daily as well as our uploads. We got a couple of clips out so far on the YouTube, so you can go see some shorts, some clips from our Resident Evil series so far over there.
There's also, the one I was working on was the first short for Silent Hill.
Yeah, so expect different stuff to be coming out, but so far we have Resident Evil. Expect Silent Hill to be coming out around the time you're hearing this podcast as well. We're going to be starting to do podcast clips. We already have one podcast clip out. You can find that over on the Instagram and the TikTok. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube yet.
No, yeah, right? Send it to me. Right after this, I'll post it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll be putting the podcast clips over on the YouTube as well. So make sure to tune into our little shorts and stuff. So if you haven't tuned in to specific videos of our gaming or specific episodes of our podcast, you'll be able to see clips from each of those moments. So you can kind of see what happened, and then it'll entice you to go check out the full thing, which is the whole point.
If you're interested, there's a little trailer for our Resident Evil 4 series that I put together the other night, and I'm very proud of it. I incorporated our intro and our outro music. I don't know if you heard it in the back.
Yes, yeah.
So that's really cool. Little funny ha-has as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I guess with that, there's really not much else housekeeping to do. Just keep expecting content for the rest of this month. Maybe some new shit you'll be seeing in the upcoming weeks. Which I won't even say upcoming weeks, because we don't even have that much left of October. We got 2 weeks left?
We have a week and a day, I think. Let me check the calendar.
Maybe a little bit more.
We have 11 days.
We have 11 days?
Yeah, it's the 20th as of recording.
Yes, you're right. And UFC 280 is this Saturday. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we have one full week, and then just Monday, which is Halloween.
Word, yeah. And I guess just a little heads up for that. I'm pretty sure we mentioned it in the first one, our first podcast back, and or the second one. But either way, I know we did mention it. We're going to be doing a Halloween special for that Monday, October 31st. A little spooky day special from Noside. And now this part, I don't know if I had mentioned yet, but we do plan on having a guest for that one. So Be prepared for the Halloween special. We're going to have a special guest on for that one. It'll be spectacular. I'm excited for it. And yeah, So that's all the housekeeping stuff. As usual, make sure to check out the YouTube. And with that, I guess we can kind of get into what I wanted to talk about today with you. Which is our New Jersey headlines for today.
What's going on in the Garden State?
First, we'll start off with something a little bit more lighthearted, something that I found kind of funny that's been going on in New Jersey, and people been posting about it and talking about it.
Real quick though, you say you want to start with something lighthearted. Does that mean we're going to end off with something a little dramatic?
Yeah, a little bit, a little dramatic.
Wouldn't it be better to do it backwards? Like start off with something like.
Well, I just want to ease into it. We're chilling right now.
We might as well get the bad news out the way first, right?
All right, fine, Brandon.
I mean,
it's not even bad news. It's not even bad news.
No, but it's like
no, fuck it. We're gonna just do it. All right, we're just gonna do it.
Like if somebody comes up to you and like, do you want the good news or bad news first? You say the good news.
Fine, I'll fucking pull it up. I'll pull it up, Brandon. All right, I'll pull it up. All right, it's pulled up. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we're going to talk about today is actually something that I don't know too much information about. It's just something I wanted to talk about because I found it interesting because of this specific article. So it's going to pop up on screen right now. Westfield residents concerned Netflix series The Watcher will bring unwanted attention to the town.
What is The Watcher? I never heard of it.
So
I heard of The Witcher.
So The Watcher is actually a New Jersey serial killer. His name was John List, and he had murdered his whole family and then had disappeared. And then a family had like moved in like years later after all this happened. And if I remember correctly, and I'm going to look it up during this podcast, like while we're talking about it, just to like confirm if I'm correct, but I'm pretty sure from what I was reading that John List is, like I said, the Watcher. And after a certain amount of years later, new people moved in, and there is a letter in their mailbox from this so-called Watcher. And the letters and stuff continued from that first one. Like, I think it, even in the first letter, said, like, this won't be the last time you hear from me. And yeah, it just became this like stalker that like perpetually stalked this one house and that the family. And yeah, pretty crazy. I'm not sure, and that's why I'm kind of interested to read into it a little bit. Not the show per se, because this specific article is about the Westfield residents being concerned that the show The Watcher would bring unwanted attention to the town. But if you actually read into it, people aren't too like upset with the show. It's just, you'll see, here, let me... Yeah, like it starts right here. So perfect example. We don't get a lot of spotlight over here like New York City is next to us, so we don't get overshadowed a lot. This is Dakar Hamlet of South Amboy. The Watcher House is home of the Boulevard in Westfield. For years, the owners of the home received letters from a mysterious sender without a return address. The sender calls themselves the Watcher. Hold on. So there's that, and then, okay, yeah, right here, this is what I was looking for. Neighborhood-wise, it's been nuts. Even when we're standing here, there's a lot of people doing U-turns, and I mean, kind of going all over the place, Del Puerto says. It's definitely a change from what's normally a pretty quiet street, so a lot of people have been going to this area in Westfield where this house, like the original house, is, and it's turning a kind of quiet street, quiet town into a little bit more rowdy and more of like a place to go sightsee. But now that that's out of the way, I do want to just look up the actual Watcher story. I want to read into it a little bit. The Watcher, New Jersey story.
So the show made that spooky house into like a tourist attraction?
Kind of, yeah. Like people aren't like, I don't think people are able to go. Like I think people actually live in that house now. Nice. What are you eating over there? Where'd you even get those?
A fruit snack. Brandon ASMR back in action.
All right, cool. The Watcher family brought their dream house. I can't read tonight. Family bought their dream house, but according to the creepy letters they started to get, they weren't the only ones interested in it. So, one night in June 2014, Derek Brodus had just finished an evening of painting at his new home in Westfield, New Jersey, when he went outside to check the mail. Derek and his wife, Maria, had closed on the 6-bedroom house at 657 Boulevard 3 days earlier and were doing some renovations before they moved in. So there wasn't much in the mail except a few bills and a white card-shaped envelope. It was addressed in thick, clunky handwriting to the new owner, and the typed note inside began warmly. For the Broduses, buying 657 Boulevard had fulfilled a dream. Maria was raised in Westfield. I get it. That's all origin shit, but I kind of want to get to the shit.
That's what it says. Right there.
This?
Yeah.
Like the letter? I don't think that's what the letter says. 657 has been the subject of my family for decades now, and as it approaches its 110th birthday, I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s, and my father watched in the 1960s. It is now my time. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies within the walls of 657 Boulevard? Why are you here? I will find out. So yeah, I think it actually is. Yeah. This little ad kind of like fucking confused me. Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested? Better for me. Was your old house too small for the growing family? Or is it greed to bring me your children? Once I know their names, I will call to them and draw them to me. Whoa.
Creep.
Yeah. The envelope had no return address. Who am I? The person wrote. There are hundreds and hundreds of cars that drive by 657 Boulevard each day. Maybe I am in one. Look at all the windows you can see from 657 Boulevard. Maybe I am in one. Look out at any of the many windows in 657 Boulevard, at all the people who stroll by each day. Maybe I am one. The letter concluded with a suggestion that this message would not be the last. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. Let the party begin. Followed by a signature typed in the cursive font. The Watcher.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live in that house. But that reminds me of like, you heard about not the Walking Dead. You heard about the Breaking Bad house?
No, what about it?
Well, it's a real house, and the person who lives there is actually like a rotten person who hates like tourists. Who hates tourists that come by to see the quote unquote Breaking Bad house.
Mm-hmm.
Like she'll see people walking by and she'll be like, "Fuck you," or like, "Get the fuck out of here." I mean, I guess that's one way to counter the Watcher. You know what I mean?
How's that?
Like, whoever comes by you, just curse them out. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Don't be friendly to nobody. Make yourself look bigger, basically.
But then if you were to be hostile like that to everybody, then someone that isn't the Watcher is going to just kill you. Because you're probably going to be mean to the wrong person, and they're going to pull out a knife and stab you.
Not if you're prepared. But
are you going to be prepared, Brandon?
No, because nobody's doing that to my house. And shit, you should be asking yourself that, because you live in the same house as me.
Are you killing people?
Are you?
Is that what that smell is in the other room?
Don't Jeffrey Dahmer me.
What's that blue bin? Not that blue tank in your closet.
You think that show on Netflix, the Jeffrey Dahmer shit, you think that made Milwaukee more popular?
I would think, yeah. I feel like, I mean, we all know, like, people say, like, bad publicity is good publicity, in a sense, you know? Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's the same way with Wisconsin. Like, what else really, besides Green Bay, like, the Packers, like, what else does that part of America have? Jeffrey D.
That was in Ohio, right?
What?
Jeffrey D?
No, it was in Milwaukee.
Which is a city in Ohio?
In Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. I mean, but yeah, like, so they're back to this house. They're just being watched, basically, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what we were originally talking about.
Yeah, that was just a little... Caught me off guard. I was thinking about Jeffrey D a little bit.
Yeah, but no, that, like I was saying about the Breaking Bad house.
Which house do you want to talk about right now?
Both. I'm comparing. I was comparing the Breaking Bad house to this. And then, you went to Jeffrey Dahmer. But yeah, a way to counter this is just to be aggressive to everybody who walks by you. Don't be a friendly neighbor. That's what gets you killed, being nice. So
I feel like there's
If
two
the-
ways to look at that, though. I feel like being an ass can also get you killed.
okay, be an ass, but have your security system up. How about that? Right? Get a Ring doorbell. Get cameras.
I suppose.
Right?
True. Honestly, yeah.
Like,
Why the
come
fuck
on.
didn't they get a ring? They would have found that watcher instantly.
Hell
Put
yeah.
that ring right facing right the mailbox. They'd see that motherfucker.
It's like,
Because it started in 2014, so motherfuckers definitely had a ring.
in 2014?
I would think.
When did the Ring come out?
I don't know.
I would say around then.
Ring doorbell.
Release date.
I wonder when the Ring Doorbell 2 is going to come out.
No, type that in. Release date, yeah. Oh, wow. Found it in 2013. Bro, they could have totally had a Ring. They're just fucking...
Wait, there is a Ring Doorbell 2?
Dude, there's like 3.
Holy shit, yeah. Ring Video Doorbell 3. What the fuck?
There's a 4.
No way. Oh my god. I
We-
swear to God, I'll come if there's a fucking 5.
No.
Damn, not yet.
Release date, data, features,
I
and more.
cannot believe that.
It's a thing that was in development. Wow. As of August 2022. All of you guys are waiting for the new iPhone? Nah, I'm waiting for the next Ring, dog.
I'm pre-ordering the new Ring Doorbell 5.
I traded my Ring 4 for the Ring 5 all the time.
Dude, look at that sleek design. Phone can connect to it. Beautiful veneer lamp.
No bullshit though.
I
We
think that
need
was
a
something
Ring.
different.
What is that?
What? Oh, keep your door closed and playing this game.
Get
Well,
a Ring for that.
I'm a man and I'm gonna keep my door open. But we digress. Yeah, so we began with the Watcher. That's something I guess we can stop that conversation with the Watcher now.
But
Wait, let me finish because I would actually like to watch the show because it is on Netflix already. So we should watch the show and then come back next week and then talk about it because it does go within our spooky October vibe because you know, stalker kind of dude.
But yeah, to the family of the Watcher or the Watched, I guess, just get a Ring doorbell. Step up your security system. Get cameras and catch this motherfucker. Unless they already did. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
this
know
is all
spoilers.
over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is all past. Like I said, this started happening in 2014, so this is all done and over with. That's why they made a Netflix show because it's the past.
They're
Yeah.
not being watched no more?
Yeah, the watching is over.
Oh, so they caught the Watcher?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, then. Well, I hope that's what they did. What if you're being watched? You have any stalker stories? Not that you're the stalker, but like you're being stalked.
Well, I mean, I've stalked a couple people in my time. No, I'm kidding. No. Yeah, do you? I would hope not.
But my mom told me one where when she was living in some part of Jersey.
She had a monkey in her closet.
No. She had some dude just like watching through the living room. And like they caught him and shit. It was weird. There was
Wait, what?
Yeah, like through the living room of the house, some dude was just watching like
Just like peering through a window, like just.
a peeping Tom, yeah, basically. Well, my mom was like 15, 16.
My grandmother had this instance a couple years back where she was sleeping in the living room in her house, and while she was asleep, she heard like the door open, and like someone, like she kind of like felt like the energy of someone like walking past her, and she opened her eyes, and it was a dude, like this random tall black dude walking through her house, and she's home alone, like
And your grandma's a small white lady?
Yeah, so like she's like, who the, like, she told me, she was like, she's screaming like, who the fuck are you, freaking the fuck out. And he was like, oh, I thought this was my friend's house. And she's like, get the fuck out. And yeah, just some random ass motherfucker walked up in her house. And like she like is still like going through the whole she isn't going through a whole process with it, but like she is getting like updates with the whole court trial and shit. And like
This was recent?
like yeah, like this happened maybe like 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. She lives out in fucking West Virginia, man. Like the
Bro,
ghettoest, like drug-ridden area of West Virginia. It's not a good place.
I was talking about something like this with a coworker today at work, and it's like, it's scary just like being in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
There's like in a small town where you could like disappear.
Yeah,
and there's no trace of you.
yeah, especially even being in a place that's just unknown. Like even
Mhm.
like just going a couple towns over New Jersey, like in a place that you've never been. Like I actually remember when I went to East Orange, and I felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb there. And I felt like, man, like if I fucking piss off the wrong person, no one's gonna find me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only people that know me are back home in Noside. So like if I get fucking mugged out here and just like thrown off a
You're
bridge,
done.
yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while until people really figure out what the hell went on. I'm gonna be at the bottom of the river or something.
It's kind of crazy how like you could just up and disappear, or you could just show up dead.
Yeah, like you know the whole like missing 411 calls,
Mhm.
like people like all of those cases are like pretty much people like disappearing just out in the woods. Like there's stories of like friends going out into the woods for like a camping trip, and like the one friend turns around, looks back, and his friend's gone, and that was the last they ever seen of him. Like crazy shit like that. But people believe it's a conspiracy theory that the missing 411 calls are actually alien abductions that are like licensed by the government. So like the U.S. government has like a pact, or I actually don't even think the U.S. government. I think it's the Russian government. The Russian government has like a pact with the aliens, and they allow the aliens to abduct people from like certain areas, and that's what the missing 411 is.
Do you also believe the world's flat? I'm just fucking with you. I'm sorry.
I feel like the aliens and the missing 411 are much more believable than the flat Earth theory.
I mean, if you really think about it, like explaining the random disappearance of people, that's far out, the quote unquote alien abduction, but it's like kind of absurd at this. Like it's far out, like it's a reach, but it could also be true, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's far out, but it could potentially be realistic.
Yeah, because like there's literally no trace of them. How could they just up and disappear? Where are they? Fucking Houdini or whatever?
Yeah, dude. These people just disappear. Gone. No trace.
Or it's like, I was also talking to the person at work, and it's like, with like back in the 90s or whatever, let's just say, if you were to go out and like, since there was no cell phones or whatever, you could tell somebody you're going to the store, and that's like the last they ever heard of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the idea of disappearing like that is so terrifying. Like because I think about that sometimes, because like, you know, as the listeners know, because we've stated a couple times that this past month, of October, like this month of October, I've really just been watching scary movies and horror movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like seeing certain movies like where characters get into a position where they're trapped and no one knows they're trapped. They might be fucking states away from where they actually live, and they are trapped, no communication, and no one knows where the fuck they are. And that's like, that gets in my head where, like, if you make the wrong move one day, if you make the wrong decision and end up in some fucking bumfuck nowhere village with no cell reception, and you're faced with some, like, Resident Evil 4 villagers chasing you,
you're fucked.
There's nothing you can do.
Like, imagine getting lost.
It is all up to you. It is all up to you and your survival instincts.
Imagine getting lost in, like, a super small town in Kansas. And then your phone dies. And you get abducted. Kansas is like, I chose that out of random. But that scenario that I just pictured, or that I just made up, I guarantee that happened to somebody.
I thought you were going to say that I guarantee you that happens in Kansas.
No. It might, maybe not Kansas, but I guarantee it happened to somebody in some state. Like, their phone dies, they're in a small town.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
they
without
stop,
a
ask
doubt.
for directions, and boom, gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy.
I mean, we watch it in the fucking Jeffrey D. Like, the dude wanted to get a ride to a concert and fucking died.
Yeah.
Sorry for the spoilers, guys, but, I mean, fuck you.
But isn't that crazy? Like that, the family of that victim didn't know where that person was for, like, 13 years. Until it came out. Like, oh, he's really gone. But even, like, at that, they got closure. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we found him. He's dead, but, you know, we found him. People, like, just like, I don't know where he is anymore. That's fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's also
very
scary. It's scary people not knowing where you are. And it's also scary people knowing exactly where you are.
Yeah, hence the watcher.
Exactly.
Knowing your every move, watching you at all times.
Or, like, when people post shit on social media and end up dead. For example, I mean, you gotta be, like, celebrity status at that point, or, like, have enemies. But, for example, the guy that got shot at Waffle House, what's his name? The rapper. Recently.
Oh, that was debunked, though. That's not true. The PNB Rock thing.
That's his name, PNB Rock.
Yeah, that wasn't true, though. It wasn't because of the post that his girlfriend made.
Oh, okay. Well,
the how the story went, it was actually a father and his son.
mm-hmm.
That
was a
like,
whole family.
Yeah, but it was just the two of them, I believe, that shot them up. It was just the father and the son, and they were literally pulling up as PNB Rock and his girlfriend pulled up there. Saw the song Get Out with all the drip and shit, and they're like, all right, just on the spot, went in there, robbed them.
Or, okay, so bad example, but what about Pop Smoke? You heard about him?
Yeah, I know about him dying. I just don't know the full story.
He got sent a package from, I want to say Dior. You know, those...
Yeah, I know.
Fashion shits, whatever. He was posting about it. And, like, he was showing off the gift. And on the gift, there was the address he was staying at. But he was, like, he didn't consciously know he was posting that. He was just posting his drip, like, his flex. You know what I mean? He's just flexing for the gram. And then people pulled up to his address and shot him.
Yeah, it's sad that we live in a world where, like, you should have the right to be able to kind of flaunt and, like, show off what you got like that.
But that's not always...
But you got to be kind of self-aware, you know? Like,
people want what you have.
Yeah. You know, there's no matter... Everyone wants to live in a perfect world where everyone's happy and everyone's, like, equal and shit. But, you know, we got to think realistic. And these people that do kind of show off their shit, they got to understand that it can come with consequences. You know, when you're a celebrity, when you have some sort of following... am I saying the word right? Anonymity? No, I don't think I said that word right. Just the capability of being able to go through day-to-day life and be a normal person is no longer a thing.
Yeah,
you don't have that luxury.
Your average Joe privilege has been stripped from you.
Yeah. So, like, you can't really be able to go around wearing these certain things in certain places because certain places are bad environments compared to others. You know, if you're going to be walking around in a low income, poor ghetto of a neighborhood with a lot of very expensive things, you're a target. So these guys have to keep that in mind. But it is still very sad that it happened to them. Like, you know, I don't want people to think that I'm just like, oh, they asked for it. You know, I'm sure they probably had that thought in the back of their head, like, man, like, I might not be in the best area for this, but, you know, I'm fine. The chances.
Well, Pop Smoke, he was in like Hollywood. He was like at his, like, people came to him, you know what I mean? Like, he was at home.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that sucks. Which, I mean, like I said, I bet he wasn't consciously like, oh, look, this is where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's just like a flex, you know? Which makes it even sadder because, like, he was just showing off his gift.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee they came and took that shit. Which is sad. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Speaking of disappearing and reappearing and shit, we just finished watching VHS.
Yes.
And I never seen it before, and that's like, if for those who've never seen it, it's home videos.
Yeah, it goes into the found footage category of horror movies where it's more realistic and it's a point of view type of movie where it's being shot off of like an actual camera and it's being held by the actors.
And each VHS is like a different kind of story that shows people getting murdered, or excuse me, well, no, that's pretty much it. People getting murdered. And the one that like that I could relate the disappearing and shit to is the one with, spoiler, fuck you if you haven't seen it, I don't care. Spoiler, the husband and wife, when they went on their little honeymoon or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then the girl just stabbed him in his sleep, and like I guarantee that's not far off either. Like, shit like that happens, and people never get caught, which is weird. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I feel like we already just talked about this.
Yeah, but like, I'm just trying to relate it to the movie we just saw. Fuck you. It was a good movie.
I'm glad you liked it, though.
Yeah. And there's part 2, right?
Yeah, there's a part 2, and then there's VHS Viral, which is technically the third movie, but it kind of sucked. And then there is VHS 3.
Some of those bits in VHS were hit or miss. Like,
Bits?
Not bits, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how all the VHSs are. There's like at least one,
I guess, little
or
stories,
two.
not bits. Sorry.
Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 stories in each one that are like, oh, all right, that's whatever. But like they all have like really good ones.
Like, the one I didn't really like was the dude who was FaceTiming his girlfriends, and then
Yeah, that one was a little weird.
yeah, and he went and stole her organs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that one. Or the one where they were in the woods.
I remember the first time I watched that, I liked it.
The Slender Man one?
Yeah, it loses its
originality after you play
No,
Slender
it
Man.
wouldn't. It's not even originality. It loses that first time sparkle. You know, it's kind of like watching Blair Witch for a second or third time. You know, when you see Blair Witch for the first time, you're like, holy shit, like, is this real? Like, oh my God, like, this is crazy to watch. But then after you watch it and you already know what kind of happens, it's like, whatever. Yeah, it's not that, like, fantastic.
To me, it lost the originality because I've seen Slender Man, like, gameplay. Like, personally, I never played it. But after, like, bruh, they fucking... It feels like they made the game after they saw that little story, you know? Because every time they turn to the killer, the camera would get all fucking discombobulated and shit. And then, I don't know, I just got Slender vibes, like, hard from that. I'm not hating on it, but it just wasn't all that. That one was cool though. The first one was weird. The vampire girl.
Yeah, that one. That I remember seeing that. That's the first VHS. The first VHS tape they play in the movie, and yeah, that one. I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like that. I had nightmares about that one after the first time I watched it.
That was cool. I like that one. And I remember you told me the other night in VHS 2 there's alien abduction one.
Yes.
I want to see that. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, the alien abduction's really cool. There's like a Chinese school one that's fucking awesome. I mean, I feel like awesome is like a weird word to give it, but it's a real good VHS. And I kind of don't remember exactly what else is in it. It's usually like I have to kind of watch it again, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what this one's gonna. Ooh, there's a zombie one.
Really?
There's a zombie one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the zombie one's really cool.
Seems like a Black Mirror type.
Yeah, like horror Black Mirror. Yeah.
I thought it would be like more realistic, scary, in a sense to say. Like with VHS, when I saw it, I was caught off guard by that vampire bitch. Like I thought she was gonna kill them. Yeah, but her turning into a monster, I was like, okay, I get the vibe we're going with. It's like paranormal monster shit. Yeah,
and you'll see that like VHS 2 kind of goes into its own little theme. You know, it's VHS 1 has its theme, whereas VHS 2 has its own theme. Like all the tapes you see kind of have some sort of similarities to each of them. But I think you're gonna out of VHS 1 and between VHS 1, 2, and 3, I think 2 will be your favorite, just like mine.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Scary
VHS is cool. I can't wait to do the third post for the horror movies. I need to watch a couple more this week before the week's over.
Did you take a picture of VHS?
No, actually, all the movies I've watched so far this week, I still need to take pictures of. So I'm gonna probably do that on Friday. Just kind of go through everything, take the pictures I need. I guess I can spoil a little bit. I've watched so far The Omen, which is a really good old. It's from 1971. I watched The Omen. I watched The Ring 2, which I actually never watched. Never watched The Ring 2, so I decided to watch that one.
Dawn of the Dead, 2004.
Yeah, the 2004 Dawn of the Dead. And then
this VHS.
Yeah, VHS. I think there's one more thing I watched.
You asked me to watch a movie the other day with you, and you were like, "No, it's just background noise." Was it The Thing?
Yes, I'm actually gonna go back and watch that again. The John Carpenter's The Thing. Yeah, it's a very good movie. I love that movie. And that's not even the original. It's just I think the remake that John Carpenter did is just phenomenal. I love it.
Last week we saw the original Dawn of the Dead, and then this week we saw the remake.
Yeah.
Which one did you like better? Personally, I'm gonna say this before you answer. I like the remake better because I saw that one first, and I think they just did a better take on the whole living in the mall situation than the first one, the original.
For me, the way my brain goes, I go to the original to be my favorite. But after watching the remake for the first time, I do think they obviously did it better, but obviously it's because it was that more like modern take to it, a more kind of aggressive zombie.
What just happened?
What? What's going on? Oh, no, we're good.
Whoa. Computer had a little fart.
Yeah, we're still recording. Sorry, guys. Brandon just saw behind me that the monitor's all turned off, but I know why that happened because I just recently reset my computer and everything. So like if the computer is inactive, it goes into like the sleep mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're all good. Yeah, I thought just everything shut down for a second.
That's what I thought. Yeah. But you were saying because it's a modern take, it's a better version.
Not that it's a better, I mean, in a sense, yeah, I guess it's a better version, but I feel like Dawn of the Dead 2004 has, really the only difference is the original, it was more story, where it was like seeing the psychological toll it took on each of the characters and them fortifying them all and trying to live there and start a new life. Whereas the Dawn of the Dead of 2004, it was more of the shock factor in the movie. So it was crazier, faster, smarter zombies, more gore, more blood, crazier, more shock value, like the dude with the baby and his wife, like shit like that. Like it was much more like in your face, like trying to shock you. Where Dawn of the Dead, it wasn't so much like focused on the zombies, even though it's a zombie movie and the main goal is to survive the zombie apocalypse. It was more focused on the survivors and their kind of process on trying to, survive.
The 78 version?
Yeah, I think is it 78 or 70? I think it's 71.
I was going to say 78 or 79.
I think it's 71. Or I might be thinking Night of the Living Dead. One of them is 71. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead's 1978, so that means Night of the Living Dead. Ooh, 1968, yeah. 1968. I know I'm thinking of another horror movie. Oh, that's why I'm thinking it. It's The Thing.
Nice. 82.
Yeah. I'm thinking of another fucking original. Hold on. This is my last try. I think I know which one I'm talking about. No, it's 1976. So I'm thinking of another movie. I don't know. But anyway. Sorry. I have so many horror movies in my head right now. It's probably bad. I've been having a lot of nightmares recently.
That's not good.
But I mean, they kind of, I don't know. I kind of like, I'm not sure if
fits into the theme of Halloween.
Yeah, you know?
But it's fucking up your psyche.
Yeah, I feel a little hazy. Honestly, this past week I've been hazy. So if I sound a little discombobulated on this podcast, it's not like I'm in a bad hazy. It's just
time's flying by.
No, it's not that.
That's how it is for me, at least.
But for me, what I'm trying to say is I've been kind of hazy this week, more or less because there's been so much going on the past couple months, and it feels like this past month, it's been kind of recouping from just like a year of like just stress and fucking just every single day, just something new, waking up like, oh shit, what's going to happen next?
Talking
like
about the past year?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. This past year is just this past month has been the recouping and kind of like just getting out of that funk that we've been in this past year, or at least I've been in.
This past month, for me, has been flying by, and I think that is because, like, my main focus is like just pumping out the next video for the next day. Like, that's where my mind's at. You know what I mean? So, like, it feels good that it's, going by real fast, but it's like, holy shit. Like,
yeah, because
I just need more time in a day, to be honest.
Yeah, because, like, we don't have a lot left of October, and I'm already my brain's kind of just in November now, like, just planning out, like, what I would like to see from Noside in November. But I am enjoying what we got going on in October. I'm excited to do some new things throughout the end of this month. And, of course, I did mention in the beginning, I am excited for our Halloween special. Mm-hmm. Our Halloween special I enjoyed last year, so it'll be fun to do another Halloween special
Honestly, I just want to say real quick, this month feels like we've like we had a lot of making up to do.
Oh, well, of course. And I feel like we established that or talked about it a lot in depth. The first one, the first podcast back for season 2, you know, we definitely needed to make up for lost time because we made a lot of promises and we expected to have more content out than we expected over the past year. But, you know, season 2, like within just this month, we've made up for 3 months worth of shit that we were doing back then. Yeah. 3 months of absence and then a couple months of trying to do gaming as much as we could, but just shit wasn't working.
Like, I don't know, like the energy now, for me at least, is like let's keep it going. You know what I mean? I love it. It's fun. I feel like it's because we've kind of went through the learning process, and now where we're at is just kind of trying to be creative and just trying to change things up, make things fun, do new things, try things out, discard things. You know, we're just really trying to craft Noside into something real fun and cool and unique now. Like, I know they don't, like, I know you and I talk about Noside off air and shit, and I bet the people don't want to come here just to, you know, hear us talk about Noside.
Yeah, I was already thinking about it the second we brought it up again during this podcast. But yeah, continue.
But personally, I love talking about it. I could talk about this shit all day.
Yeah, you know, we can talk about it as much as we want on the podcast.
Yeah, it's our podcast.
But yeah, you are right. We do talk about it a lot. So that's why, like, on the podcast, I at least try to talk about some new shit, some interesting shit, because, you know, people literally are tuning into Noside and hearing what we're doing every week, so they don't want to hear us talking about the same shit they're already saying. So that's why I personally try to get that shit out of the way in the beginning.
Fair.
Yeah. But yeah, it is fun. Don't think I don't like talking about it. That's why we talk about it so much off air, because we're always trying to brainstorm and do new things and cool things. Yeah. And I guess with that, since I don't really want to talk about more Noside updates again, I guess we can move into just another little New Jersey thing to kind of wrap up the New Jersey shit for this podcast, and then we could just rock out the rest of the podcast bullshit. How do you think about that?
Sure.
So, the next thing, this is what I wanted to bring up fucking first, Brandon, but bringing it up now.
The good news now.
Yeah, the fucking good news.
Okay.
All right. Good news time, and it's something a little lighthearted. Something kind of funny. Something that's been popping up over in New Jersey the past week. And it is these overhead road signs that have been popping up in New Jersey. There's one up on the screen right about now.
Don't cruise when boozed.
Yeah, don't cruise when you boozed. And that's not just the only sign that you'll be seeing. There's not a lot of pictures in this, but there's a couple right here. Nice car. Did it come with a turn signal?
Get your head out of your app.
And then my favorite one, Hocus Pocus. Drive with focus.
That's funny. We've been saying that rhyme for a bit.
Yeah, man. You know it's from. You know where it's from?
Yeah, Gravediggers.
Yeah. Why'd you say it with a hard R?
Don't say that to me. Gravediggers.
You're the one that said it out loud.
Gravediggers.
But you gotta say it with an A. It's Gravediggers, not the diggers.
What's up, my diggers? What's up, my diggers?
Whoa, what'd you call me?
I'm calling you a digger.
That's what I fucking thought.
It's only funny because you're thinking the bad word.
I'm not racist, you are. Hocus Pocus, drive with the focus. Drive with the focus, drive with focus, whatever the fuck. But yeah, you're going to be seeing, if you're listening to this podcast right now, and if you've seen any of these signs, let us know. Let us know what cool signs you've seen. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to bring up. I wish there was more pictures of different signs, but...
that's funny, though.
Yeah.
That gave me a little laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That was lighthearted.
So people that are listening to this,
That was wholesome.
when you're going out on your morning commute to work,
or you're driving home from work.
Yeah, check out those signs. See if you see any funny ones. Let us know over on the Noside Instagram at @Noside_podcast. Little shameless plug.
Don't cruise when boozed.
So with that, I can cross off the shit on my list. And that is everything. That's everything I wanted to talk about for this podcast.
See you guys. Good night. Bye.
Bye, guys. Yeah, now this is this part of the podcast where I kind of hit all bases and the things I wanted to kind of just discuss and talk about a little bit.
We're on cruise control now.
Now we're on cruise control. Now I'm gonna take a sip of my little whiskey and Coke over here. You get that little ASMR. You guys like that? How's it going?
Good.
What you doing over there?
Silent Hill 2 is being remade.
Yes.
It came out today.
Silent Hill 2 and a new Silent Hill game, Silent Hill F. It's going to be based in like 60s Japan. That's
I'm excited for that.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool. The trailer. Should we watch the trailer? Let's watch the trailer.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Let's watch the trailer.
I didn't know they came out with a trailer.
Yes. Teaser trailer.
Like Konami. They got to put the headphones on?
Yes. Get the cans on. Get them cans on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The video is on the screen now. Oh, I just fucking hit the mic.
Nice.
Yeah, let's watch this. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, turn it up a little bit.
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, like, this is already looking fucking beautiful.
It's going to be on next gen.
Yeah, PS5 only.
PS5 only?
Yeah. Might need to kill some people for PS5 sometime soon. I need to go dump some bodies in the river. I wonder if this game we're going to play as a female. Okay. Ew. What's going on there? Ew.
That just triggered tryptophobia for people. That's when you have the fear of holes.
Oh shit. Ugh. Maybe this is not us? Oh my god.
No. You know there hasn't been a Silent Hill game in 10 years?
That's pretty nuts. What came out 10 years ago?
I'm gonna look it up.
Was that like the Silent Hill remake, the first one?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
But yeah, this is looking really good. And then they are making a Return to Silent Hill movie, which is going to be based off of Silent Hill 2. And now I do want to see if there's a trailer for the Silent Hill 2 remake.
It was called Silent Hill Downpour and the demise of Hideo Kojima's Silent Hills project team.
We should try that out. I wouldn't mind playing it. Do you think people didn't like it? What are the reviews?
Yeah,
People didn't like it?
I'm about to look it up right now. Silent Hill.
This is the Silent Hill 2 trailer.
Oh, I saw this earlier.
Okay, I haven't seen this one yet, so I'm a little excited to see this. I'll turn it down a little bit. So this is the bathroom where we start at? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that is where we start at.
God, that looks clean. God, whoa. Okay, hold on. Peep that. Look at his hand. Oh, fuck. I'm changing the volume.
As opposed to when we first played, right?
Look at the graphics on his skin. Look when his thumb. Look at that. How you see
Wow,
the
the
skin
imprint?
moving underneath.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts.
There's Leon Hawk.
He looks a lot different.
He looks like Leon here, just older, and like if Leon went to Silent Hill instead of Raccoon City. That's crazy to me because that's the very beginning. You remember that.
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
God, seeing those creepy crawlies that would crawl from underneath the cars, that's going to be terrifying seeing it in this game.
I wonder how it's going to look.
I thought it was Akira Toriyama.
No, it's still more. Still more.
Oh, there's still more? Oh, shit. Ew. Nah, this fucking little nerd, this little dweeb. Wait, her arms looked long as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, is she gonna kick it?
You already know.
Oh, man.
I wonder how the gameplay is going to be. Because
This is when you're hiding in the closet for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Look at that fucking frown on his face. They really like made it,
You're like, he looks like super emo now.
right?
Mary?
I bet this is going to be a PlayStation exclusive as well.
I think so. It is. That's gonna be crazy.
Like, I wonder how the gameplay is going to be because with Resident Evil, those remakes, it's over the shoulder.
Hmm.
Because they remade it from Resident Evil 2 and 3, which was, you remember how it originally was, right?
Yeah, they just have those like weird, like different camera angles depending on like what
The
room and
preset
hallway
camera
you're in.
angle.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
So when they remade it to be over the shoulder. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they completely changed it. You think they're gonna make it like that with this?
I can imagine that. I think it's gonna be a lot like the Evil Within. You remember those games? Kind of how that looked, that third person kind of horror aspect. I think that's gonna be a lot like that.
Because in the one we're playing right now, or the one we played, the camera's like further back. Like it's not like bird eye view, but it's not exactly over the shoulder. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I wonder if they're gonna keep it, further away, or they're gonna bring it in closer.
I think they should bring it in closer just to kind of go with the new modern day like feel of games. I think it would be weird if they did the old school camera angle. I don't see them doing anything else but the basic like over the shoulder third person. I think that's the best way to go.
I feel like it would be more scarier.
Yeah, because it kind of makes you more like the Resident Evil 2 remake definitely has me more scared than the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for Silent Hill, and then with that being said, tomorrow, the day after we're recording this, there's gonna be the Resident Evil showcase.
Yeah, and I know I'm a little spoiled for tomorrow because you said it. The Apex is also dropping some shit too.
Yeah, there's gonna be an Apex showcase, so you're gonna be getting some new Apex shit tomorrow, or seeing what's to come in Apex, and then we're gonna be seeing what's to come for Resident Evil. So hopefully Resident Evil 9 gets announced tomorrow.
I hope. I have two hopes for the showcase, and by the time you guys are hearing this, I will either have my hopes fulfilled or I'll be disappointed. So those two hopes are a new trailer for Resident Evil 4 where they show gameplay and cool shit for Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 9. But I don't think we're getting a trailer for Resident Evil 9 just yet. I think we're just getting the trailer for 4.
For 4.
And maybe DLC for 8 if that hasn't been dropped yet. I said that earlier, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what there is to come with Resident Evil. I hope that at some point in the future, we will have been able to complete every single Resident Evil on the Noside channel.
Since we talked about Silent Hill for a bit, should we talk about what's to come with our series of Silent Hill?
I mean, I guess since you brought it up, might as well now. Yeah, we're not going to be continuing the series.
Yeah. We got up to, episode 12 or 13 or something?
I don't know the exact, whatever it's going to leave off on. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Well, the reason we're stopping is because we had recorded, a session that never got picked up. So we're pretty further in the game than what you guys are seeing.
Yeah, we're pretty much an hour
away from completing it.
We recorded 1 hour long session after the last session that recorded successfully. So there's an hour's worth of footage missing. Yeah. So we're fuck it. Might as well just kind of take the L on that one. And we know people like the Silent Hill 2 series, and I would like to bring it back. So in all honesty, what we might do is do some behind the scenes gaming. Probably try to get back to where we left off, and don't expect this to be happening right away. But I would like to finish Silent Hill 2 on the channel. But yeah, just we're stepping away from that series. But there's going to be a couple more episodes coming out as you're hearing this podcast. So you probably get 2 more episodes after this. And then other than that, I guess since we're saying that, then I might as well. I know you said we shouldn't talk about it, but since you brought that up, that we're ending that series, might as well say that we are going to be starting a new series starting next week. So I won't say what it is and when it's going to start, but just expect something new happening next week to kind of finish off October with something new and exciting. And then maybe a trinkle of something else. Not sure. That's not confirmed, but confirmed 100% new series next week.
I'm excited to play what you're interested in playing, because I never even heard of it until you brought it up to me, so that's going to be a fun experience.
Yeah, I do want to start playing more newer games that we've never played, instead of only playing games that either you played and enjoyed and I played and enjoyed, because I feel experiencing new games together kind of forms a stronger bond, and it also leads to more funny ha-has, because a lot of things that might be funny to me in a game that you already played might not be funny to you, because it's just you've already experienced it. So your experience during the series might be a little bit different than mine. So that's why I would like to balance it out and play some newer shit. So yeah, we're gonna be playing a new game, me and Brandon, next week. Something that me and him have not played yet. So it'll be really fun. I'm really excited to play this series. And it'll be probably a little bit of a shorter series, to be honest. But it'll be a fun one. I'm excited. But with all that, I guess we can kind of wrap this up. We're around our hour mark. So I guess we should do our whole little shindig here at the end of the podcast, our plugging in for our socials. So do you want to start it off?
Yeah, if you've listened this far and you've got up to this point, then go give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at bmendoza127. I almost forgot my handle. And check out my YouTube, which I haven't posted in dumb long, but subscribe to me anyway, X5XSmoke. And don't forget to check out the Noside on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. Look out for shorts. Look out for new TikToks. Look out for reels. And enjoy our content. Like it and love it. And send it to your grandma.
Yeah, and make sure to follow us at Instagram and Twitter at noside_podcast. Our YouTube, like Brandon said, is just Noside. And if you want easy access to all of these places to get our podcast over on Spotify or Apple and such, you can find our link tree in our TikTok bio, our Instagram bio, even our Twitter bio. You can find their link tree and you can get easy access to everywhere Noside is. And then besides that, my personal, if you want to follow me, my personal Instagram is at ant__farm. Yes, that is 2 underscores. And yeah. Our voices are about to begin to fade out. As the music fades in, I am Antonio Matos. Brandon Mendoza with me tonight. We'll see you guys next week, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the shorts. Check out the videos. Check out the pods.
And if you guys do want us to continue with Silent Hill, let us know.
Yeah. And with that, good night.